This situation where it's usually African men, us,
Okay.
where the man works and the lady works,
Okay.
and then the lady should tender all her salary to the man, and the man will give her money when she wants. Is that abuse?
That is definitely abuse because that is definitely abuse because
Hello, everyone. Abuse is one topic that people don't really get to talk about all the time. Most people always focus on physical abuse, fights, wala. People don't focus on emotional and financial abuse,
Yes.
which is actually a thing in relationships. So basically, that's what we want to talk about today. And on this conversation I have,
good afternoon everyone. My name is Favor.
okay, so I have Favor with me, and we're going to be talking about emotional, financial abuse.
Yeah.
I know you're looking at me like, don't worry, this is not for you. Trust me.
Actually.
I'm sure you've abused someone financially, or you've had your fair share.
All those billings.
All those billing, yeah, is among. So, firstly, why do you think people don't really? Okay, before we go into why, what would you say is emotional and financial abuse?
Okay. I'm not going to give like dictionary meaning, but just
No.
the literal
Yeah.
meaning. Emotional abuse, for example, now is someone is putting a scenario that does not exist, or they're exaggerating a scenario. Gaslighting is a part of
Yeah.
emotional abuse. So, or a situation where someone is downplaying your feelings, it's a form of emotional abuse. Something that is important to you, the person is like, oh, you're just exaggerating. Like, calm down. Emotional abuse. Now, financial abuse is one that it's not often reported by persons, but it happens. Low key, everybody's like, oh, this cannot happen to me, or this can. How would I know? I want to know when someone is dealing with me financially because it's my money and all those things. Now, financial abuse is when someone begins to take over or begins to have rights over your finances, maybe subtly, or person is making it known. Like now, for example, now someone is entitled to your money.
So there's this thing I saw somewhere. Let me ask if that's like abuse.
Okay.
This situation where it's usually African men, us,
Okay.
where the man works and the lady works, and then the lady should tender all her salary to the man, and the man will give her money when she wants. Is that abuse?
That is definitely abuse because that is definitely abuse because first off, you would ask yourself, doesn't the lady have needs? Like, why?
I mean, the man will take care of her needs now.
No, her money has been with the boss. Like, finally got a salary for working, and then she gives it to her husband, and then the husband is like, "Oh, I'm your boss now at home." I mean, how can you have a boss at the office and have boss at home?
What do you want?
What do you want? Like, okay, what do you want to do with your salary? Or they'll be checking you. Okay, you want 1,000 naira. What do you want to buy with 1,000 naira? No. Don't. Nah. I think that is a clear example of financial abuse.
Okay. So, why do you feel people don't really pick these forms of abuse? Everybody talks about physical abuse. My boyfriend hits me. If you're in a relationship where they hit you, leave. And I'll always say that if your boyfriend has hit you
Before
please,
you will do it again.
leave. Like, it's as simple as that. But then it's not easy because most times there's this, what they call Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. When you start to keep falling in love with the person
like
that is
a money
with
heist,
you, yes.
that girl, that banker lady, and Stockholm.
What is
What was that? I don't know if you watched
forgotten
Money
his name.
Heist. He kidnapped the girl and then she fell in love, and they had a Denver. But most times when someone is exposed to love like that, hitting and all that, that's the only love they understand.
Yes.
You know, some girls that, oh, my boyfriend doesn't beat me.
He doesn't love me.
Are you okay?
I feel like personally for emotional abuse, a lot of people, it's easy for the outsider to notice that this relationship is not normal. But for the person in the relationship, it might be difficult because one, it could be love bombing. this person can hit you today, and then the next day the person is showering you with gifts.
His gifts, yeah.
Person can, and then you're like, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I did something. Maybe, all of those. I think that can happen in emotional abuse. I think can happen again for emotional abuse could be fear. You do not know what is outside. You're like, okay, the one I have and I'm certain of, let me just kind of hold on to it because.
Exactly.
Or
yeah.
what if the guy
one bed at hand
next?
is better than two in the bush.
Exactly. And like, okay, if I go outside, the guy outside, what makes me feel like he's not going to? Sometimes some persons actually want to leave, but the fear of their partners, like following them and stalking, and we have cases of
you're watching Investigation Discovery. I swear.
You just be very conscious of some men. Like when some men start doing, someone's like, "Oh my God, he's obsessed with me." I don't want you to be obsessed with me.
Please.
Don't be. Please.
Love God.
Just be obsessed with the Lord Jesus Christ.
Like there's this one popular notion that, let me stay with my. Mainly for ladies, and cheating, like boyfriends and husbands. You see the girl will be like, let me stay with my own. Outside that, they'll still cheat on me. That's like, actually a form of this kind of, feeling when you know that, especially when it's being rubbed on your face, and then you're thinking, every other person outside is cheating too. So let me just stay with my own cheats. Yeah. You understand? That when
I can manage.
That situation.
I think another thing again we're not even looking at is the role of like the environment you're coming from. There's some ladies, both guys. I feel guys also experience emotional abuse, and ladies too.
Well, no.
So some persons they're brought up in this environment where their feelings were always pushed down, or they were, our parents can actually gaslight us. Low-key.
No, parents actually have this part to play.
Exactly. So the persons they've actually have that experience of growing up with that nature. So now they don't even know when they're in that scenario where it's not become like a system for them, and it's like my coping way. For financial, I personally feel the African setting has a role to play too, where it's like, where a lady starts to demand like, okay, I'm an Igbo lady, so something that my mom will say.
Igbo ladies, they need to be taken care of. Like,
my mom will say something. My mom
every
will be like,
lady too, sharp.
Actually, regardless, my mom will be like, "Oh, you have to get a man that will take care of you. Like the guy must. So definitely, your partner is his duty to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Also in that aspect financially, but they've taught this mentality of he must. Like it's a must." So
it's kind of a must.
I don't feel it like
it's
a
like
must.
When you know that it's a must is during traditional wedding. When the father is giving you, when the father is giving you her daughter.
If you're married,
if you're Jones,
but if you're dating, I think if you're in a relationship, you should not.
No, definitely. That's the thing.
Be entitled to his money.
Now, this topic is kind of beneficial to young people. Most of the things we talk about here is for young people. Topics regarding issues we face.
Yes.
So now, when you have situations where someone is financially abusing you, you might not understand what it is, but you see billing. When I mean billing, I don't mean like asking for money, because sometimes you might need it. But there are times where you use money to hold somebody.
And you say manipulate them,
exactly.
So you don't care about me.
If you don't send me money, that means you don't care about me.
That's too much.
That kind of stuff is actually abuse. You're just abusing someone. Especially, okay, you see, someone's pockets, and then you want to get something above the person's means.
Or you want to live a lifestyle that's above the guy's means, and the guy is like, calm down. I will take care of you, but just hold
There
on.
was something I saw. Two things actually. One, the lady was like, it's all this anonymous talk. So she was saying her husband takes care of her. She's actually driving a
good car.
Which car did she call it? I think a Toyota Corolla. But then his friends are doing the most for their wives, doing this. They are driving exotic cars that she wants to leave. Now, why exactly do you want to leave? I mean, you're even driving.
I feel there are like two ways to that story, because first off, it's different if you're saying, okay, this man has, but he's choosing to not spend or
exactly,
give.
Yeah.
Or this man.
No, I'm talking of a situation where this is me.
This is his means.
You understand? There are situations where your boyfriend might have a lot of money, and then you ask him for something, because trust me, I'm a guy. I'd like to spend on my lady. Like, it's basic knowledge. It's just that if he's not there, then he's not there. That's why you see some guys, when they don't really have money, they withdraw sort of.
Yes, it's like,
because I can't.
Can be very embarrassing.
Exactly,
now.
I can't take care of you right now. So you get. But then in those situations, you should always be there as a lady. You should always want to help out. Yeah.
I think you should do your bit. I saw this tweet where this lady was talking about when she was dating a guy above her pay grade.
Yeah.
So the guy would be coming to her and talking to her about his millionaire problem, and all she do, she rub his head and say, yeah. She was like, me with my 100K. So I'm like, for ladies, you can have a guy, yes, that has money and wants to take care of you, but you should also show effort.
Yeah.
Vice versa too. For a guy, you can buy him, just take him out one day. It might be as little as just the guy's going to get ice cream or pizza. You can get him a shirt. Sometimes you can send affirmative messages, like, cheering him on that, you're doing well. I know that work can be stressful, just hanging there, make jokes. Sometimes send him TikToks that will make him laugh. Like,
there was this stuff I said one time, that there was something I saw online. The man was complaining that he took a lady out and she ordered this, that, and that, and that, and that. And he was complaining that the bill is too much, for... Now, no matter the size of your shoe, there's a way you can wear it and to fit. If you know you have like 10K, don't be trying to take a lady to
a restaurant
to, like, you have 10K and then you want to go to Michael's Garden.
Oh yeah, a restaurant that has
okay?
the internet is full with information. Search for,
organize it in a way that no matter what she orders,
that to be within your budget.
You can handle it.
Actually,
there are different ways to have fun. Okay, you want to go and see a movie. You don't have enough money.
Yeah.
And then Wednesdays are discounts. Just tell her I'm free on Wednesday. You don't have to make it look like
your guys.
No, but I'm not sure any of my guys have done this. They can handle themselves. Okay. But like, I'm just saying, say you're free on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Now she's not even thinking about the money she has, but then you go there and you handle it like ease. You understand?
You look at him like,
but they don't see hard work don't pay for back. So that's the thing.
Actually, that's so true. I remember someone was telling me of, like, in Lagos, there's a restaurant that every Sunday they do buffet.
Yeah.
Like, the buffet, you can eat so much, and when you're done, your like, the total price is not going to be so much compared to when you go to the restaurant on a normal, maybe on a Saturday or on a weekday. Like, that way, they always go there after service. They always go there to eat, and then it's like, oh, like, my lady thinks I have too much money. So I'm like, at least you're keeping it up. So I feel financial abuse for both sides, it's something that can be worked on, except in very severe cases where
then you have to flee.
Actually, you have to go.
It ranges from not allowing your partner take a job.
Yes, like
always using money. Do you know what I've done for you?
For you, like using money to manipulate
the person. You get
sometimes even controlling the person's finances down to what comes in, what goes out,
how much the person is supposed to spend.
Your password. I think it's a different thing if you people, let's say,
have a joint account.
Yes, that's in marriage. Because I don't really advise joint account for relationship, except you're saving towards a marriage.
What are you dating?
Or you're saving for the marriage.
Fiancé.
You guys are saving. But like joint account relationship, I mean, if you break up, I can just carry
First to reach the bank.
Withdraw the money. And then when you're done, you use toothpick and clean your teeth.
So, like, financial abuse, many people experience it now in school, because young people, they think they don't have financial problems because, I don't have money.
Yes.
But then money is entering your hand.
Yes, one way or the other.
So you're bound to financial problems, like, as much as you think you're not.
Yes.
Both saving issues, investing issues, all that kind of stuff, spending habits.
Yeah.
So now, having financial abuse on top of all those
of those
stress.
things.
Imagine you're buying textbook, you're paying for this course, you're paying for this thing, you're buying this book, you're taking transport to enter inside school, and then your boyfriend is now
telling you,
abusing you financially.
Everything is just going to be overwhelming.
So the first thing is learn how to notice these things. So once you notice them, you know your next course of action, if you're going to leave or if you're going to sit down and have a conversation.
I mean, like, you know what, and set boundaries. I know the funny thing is that financial abuse and emotional abuse are actually like intertwined, because one can actually lead to the other.
Yeah.
So if you experience financial abuse, the chances of you being emotionally abused are very high, because when you try to confront the person about it, the person is like, I'm the one that makes more, like I make money more than you, so you should actually, I'm smarter when it comes to that. You should understand all of those things. So
you see things like emotional abuse now. You see when you start noticing emotional blackmail, whereby someone is telling you, you don't, for you to feel this way, you have to do this thing. You understand? That's emotional blackmail. When you want to go out with your friends, and then they say, okay, you want to go out.
Me too.
So if you go out now, what to now
happen to me?
So when I want to go out, now, you understand some of all those things. Then cyberbullying is
also part of emotional
kind of emotional abuse. Gaslighting, someone always turning
situations in
their favor. I mean, you're the one that
is hot
by something, and then the person is saying,
makes it all about himself. Like,
let's say there was this friend of mine that her boyfriend was celebrating something big.
Yeah.
And so she didn't show up. She didn't call. She didn't text. So she did it later. But she it's something that she could show up.
Yeah.
Physically present. But she did not go. And then the text came like late. And then he was annoyed, obviously. And then she's giving him the silent treatment. Like, why are you annoyed because of this? Now, that's abuse.
That's abuse. And for a guy experiencing it, they'll be like, oh, you're exaggerating now. You be man.
You understand? Exactly. No. Everybody's going to tell the guy, why you stress over this thing? And so girls they behave. But then it's abuse. Then one of the worst is using someone's insecurities against them. Oh, my God. You and someone is dating, and this person is shy about maybe the look, the way their eye look or something, and then you're always using that against them, not in a good way, in a terrible way. Now that's one form of abuse that is so popular.
Funny thing is that I experienced something where a guy was we're mutual friends, his girlfriend, him, and so he was talking, and then he was like, tell so person that this dress does not fit her body, the way she looks. Like, we're laughing about it, but you could see the hurts like in her eyes. And I know that she's someone that she always makes fun, or she used to say, I'll go and do surgery. Like, we all know she's joking, but there's a bit of truth in it. Like if she has the opportunity and the money, she will definitely do it.
You see,
and then he's outside talking about it, and then she's laughing about it, but deep down
she's pained. Learn to notice those things, and then don't use it against the people. Person. Emotional abuse. We're not talking about physical abuse today, because that's a very broad topic. There are various reasons why you see someone that is dating someone that is beating the person, and they will remain there.
Actually,
I mean, yes, it's leave, but you don't know the full story. So, but I always advise, like, if they hit you, me, I'm not even about that.
Let us,
like, you don't throw my stuff. Like, you're angry and then you carry my phone. Please drop my phone.
The funny thing is that this is me, David. I had a family member that wanted to start that trait as a little girl. Like, when you shout at her, she would just carry her books, a bag, and scatter. One slap. All it took was one slap. She picked up the bag.
Try that one.
I'm like, are you in abroad? Like,
which one is you're upset? You're now throwing
in your parents' phone. It's different when those days we enter the room and close the door and do our
want to do that one.
Are you serious? You're a very obedient child.
This door you want lock, you dey mad.
I think for me, I would lock the door and throw but I won't scream. Those kind of scream that you won't make any noise, but you're like. So all of those things happening. So please, like, it's not even healthy for you. I don't want to throw shade, though, but there's some persons that are dating people that used to work in groups, like, you know them. I don't want to say names, but whenever they're coming for birthday parties, they will always come together. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Go on, I'll figure it out.
Now, they always come together and they make it about themselves, and they are very extravagant.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't. Well, okay.
I don't want to say anyone.
Let's move. Later.
Okay, so I was talking about your boys.
I mean, like,
there was a video that was trending about when he was beating the girl. He brought his
now
friends.
I honestly, like, I don't even want to talk about that.
That was,
you know, you see, because they are trained, they used to buy you gifts, buy you oversized polo, buy you this, buy you that.
the fluffy standard.
They will now be beating you and be videoing it. Like, I mean, all of you should be
How? And the girl be begging them, I'm sorry.
How is it that amongst all your friends, no one is responsible enough to say, stop?
This is terrible.
Everybody go just stay there, they look. I like, what are you guys doing? When I see videos like that on the internet, you see a boy who just be slapping a girl, you say, and don't be videoing, you like, say, more.
You know, I have a very controversial view. I believe so much in the presence of, like, what a father can do. Why? For example, now, there are certain ladies that have certain upbringing, or, you know, they have certain traits their father has shown and all those things.
Yeah.
It will be easy for you to not let any guy mess you up. Like,
yeah.
I would want to say, like, for myself.
Like David Harvey's daughter.
Oh my God. It's not Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey,
Yeah,
not
Steve
David.
Harvey.
I'm thinking of one movie like that. Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
The girl is a Japan girl. When she says that something, she does. She's out. Like, I feel like for me now, so I'll use myself as an example. Because of kind of father I had upbringing, and you know how my father showed me love in his own way. Like, he was always there available. You know, certain things I want, princess treatment per se. Now, if I get into a relationship with somebody, or I start to go out with somebody, there's certain traits that I would look for. And when the guy is not, I would have, if the guy is showing me, you know, treating me like, I'll be very quick to say, you know what, I don't deserve this. Now, I am very sure that I said it's a controversial view, like very controversial. Some people be like, oh, some people have good fathers, but they still end up with terrible partners. Now, there's some ladies that some of them they even have like a present father. Now they can go outside to start seeking validation from any guy that like, because it's hard for you to impress me, be like, oh, I got this gift for you, I got this, because I had my dad, you know, do that. I had my dad wanting to allow us, like, expose us to certain things, going to certain places that a guy can also, oh, come take tickets to Dubai. Like, I have traveled, but not out of the country though, but I have traveled, I have left my vicinity, I have experienced culture and all of those things. So I feel like it will be hard. So I feel some ladies don't have that kind of experience or exposure. So when the guy comes to do that to them, the guy can beat them, but next time after they beat to slap you, not give you tickets. Let's go to the Maldives.
Yes,
and it's like, and you clean your tears.
I mean, some people will say, I'd rather cry in a Bentley than cry in a keke. So, well, that's basically us talking about emotional abuse and financial abuse.
Yeah.
I'm sure somewhere along the lines of what we said you've related to it somehow. Yeah. We've all related to it. We are not going to start bringing personal experience of people and all that, but in situations, there are times that you feel more. Even now, thinking back now, you remember like, that, okay, this was actually abuse. Like, because why the heck would someone treat me like this way? Like, so once you notice you don't deserve something, please, by all means, being single is not bad. Actually,
it can be painful. Heartbreak can be painful. Heartbreak can be painful. You would always find somebody. That's the funny thing.
You don't need somebody. Find solace in yourself.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, you always a companion. Like, two heads are better than one.
Yeah.
But like, enjoy life. Enjoy loving yourself. Enjoy being in your, people don't even know themselves enough. And try to understand yourself and learn who you are.
True.
Everybody, that's what you see. Ladies, they just meet a guy and 1 week later we're dating. How are you dating somebody you don't know?
In 1 week,
How long has it taken you to figure out yourself? Someone tell you, why do you like doing this? You say, I don't know. But now in 1 week, you know this person. Oh, I love him so much.
And then you guys will start with the honeymoon phase. Before you know, if you get to the real thing, you're like,
this is not it. And 2 months later, you're like, when they ask you how many relationships have you been in, you start saying 10. Please don't do that. Serious relationships only. Cancel all those time wasting companionship
with frivolities.
I swear.
I think another thing again to add is that I believe that Nigerians should be very open to therapy, because a lot of people are dealing with childhood traumas. Like, look at your face, see? I feel like Nigerians would find you weird. How can I talk to somebody about my problem and I'm paying you to listen to my problem? Yes. But at the same time, Nigerians, we need to start up a lot of persons, both males and females.
You can call me for like, if you need therapy. I'm a low-key therapist.
Just pay your, if you listen to their gist. I'll be like, really? You did that? Oh.
You get at your problem and going to say, just take your money. I
don't want to. Even like a lie that with that lawyer stuff, and like, you murdered somebody.
The law.
I can't be the law. I can't be. So please just be open. Deal with your childhood trauma. Deal with whatever is good, so that you don't end up breaking people when you are broken. Like, it's important.
Yeah.
So yes.
God bless you all.
Hi.
Have you seen by like I'm unique and she's
Favor.
I don't understand that outro. Like, we just did it abruptly like that. But yeah, please, by all means, stop abusing people emotionally. I know one guy that can gaslight. He's my friend. He can gaslight.
Personal shout out.
I don't know if you watch this thing, but stop it. It's not good.
It's not good.
Stop it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.